I've got responsibilities for both sides of the fence. For the lender, I've got to ensure that the information I give them is correct, that I've researched it, everything the customer has told me is true. There's no hint of anything spurious or fraud, and they accept that, and they go by my recommendation. So we've got to do due diligence on every loan we do, and it's very, very complicated these days. For the customer, I've got to sit down with the customer and really do a needs analysis and sit down and understand exactly what they're trying to achieve. When you're buying a home or a commercial loan, which I mentioned before, but we're talking home loans now, it's the biggest decision you're going to make in your life. It's the biggest loan you're ever going to take out. So there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety going into it. So you really want to know yourself that the product you end up with is going to be the perfect match for you. So with the needs analysis, we go through their current income, their status as far as family. We take all this into consideration. We take into consideration what they intend to do with the loan. Some people might be in a situation they want a basic loan, one they can just make monthly repayments. Others might be in a situation where their income is quite strong and they want to pay that loan out as fast as possible. So we've got to go through looking at the lender's portfolios and decide. Now we're actually affiliated and accredited with over 30 lenders. And the 30 lenders, if you start looking at their portfolio of loans, might have up to 10 loans with each lender. So there's an awful lot of products to choose from, and each product is designed for a specific purpose. You've got basic loans, and basic loans is one I was just talking about, where a customer gets a loan, their income is such a standard that they can afford the repayments, but they haven't got much money left over. So they want a home loan where they can make their repayments and buy the house and virtually forget about it. Standard variable rates, all lending institutions have got a standard variable rate. That's the benchmark that they work from. The standard variable loan is actually a fully optioned home loan. It's got all the good things attached to it. Things like salary crediting, you put your salary straight into the loan, no monthly fees and charges, telephone banking, internet banking, redraw facilities, credit cards attached to them, debit cards attached to them. So it's a fully optioned home loan that can do a lot of things for them, which we'll explain in a moment. Then they've also got package loans. Now the package loan is really the standard variable loan, but they charge an annual fee and they give you rate discounts on it. They'll discount your interest rate up to 1.25 off the standard variable rate. These things have to be applied for when you're applying for the loan. We get pricing calculators that we can use and ask for discounts on all the loans that we actually do. The package loans, the packaging fee is normally around about between $450, $495 a year, but it can give you up to 1.25 off the standard variable rate, which in today's climate is bringing the rates down to 4% or just under 4%, which is incredibly, incredibly cheap money. You also get, with the package loans, interest-free access accounts. You get 100% offset account, so all the money that's in the offset account actually reduces the home loan when the interest rate is, when the interest is calculated on the home loan, so you pay less interest and pay the loan off faster. You get credit cards, fee-free credit cards and fee-free debit cards, and you also get discounts on insurance and discounts on personal loans and car loans and things like that when you take out the option loan. The option loan is really the package that most people are going for when they go and get a home loan these days. All the loans, the basic loans, normally you can't have interest only. All the loans have principal and interest, but your standard variable and your package loans come with a principal and interest only and a fixed interest package that you can apply to your loan. Principal and interest means that every time you make a payment, you're paying part principal and part interest. So you're paying something off the loan every time you make a payment. So the balance on the loan is always coming down. That is the general product that most people take. Interest only is normally a specialised product, and investors love it because their accountants think they're wonderful. Trina might emphasise that one day and talk about it. But it means that when you take out an interest-only loan, all you're taking out, all you're paying is interest and no principal off the loan. How long was that? Right. And your fixed loan is normally over a 1 to 5 year period. The interest rate's fixed, so you know it's not going to change over that period. Now, I'll quickly pass these around.
I'll do that while you want to talk.
And we'll go over the differences on what some of these package loans can do for you. There. When you take out a home loan, built into the home loan is a schedule. And normally a home loan is a 30-year period. So it'll go from 1 month to 360 months. You're making monthly repayments. And the thing about a home loan, when you start paying it off, in the first few years, you're predominantly paying interest. So if you made a payment here, that's how much you're paying off the loan, and all the rest of this is interest on your first payment. Not a bad thing, because that principal reduces the balance on your loan, so the next month the interest is calculated on a slightly lower figure. So you find that you're paying a little more principal, little less interest, and when you get down to the final period of the loan, you're paying mainly principal and a tiny little bit of interest. It's got a big word, it's called amortisation schedule, which means that you take the loan out now, 30 years later, it's got to be a nil balance. If it's not a nil balance, you're in arrears, and the lender's probably speaking to you harshly, and we don't like that. The beauty of a fully optioned home loan, it enables you to do a lot of things. Now, if you look at example 1, right, and I've worked this on let's say the average home loan to what we're talking about these days, it's about 400,000. And the interest rate, that's an average rate of 4.5, right? So if you took the loan out for $400,000 at 4.5% over 30 years and paid the monthly repayment, which is the column on the left, $2,026.74, it's going to take you 30 years to pay this loan out, but more importantly, you're going to pay the lender $329,626 in interest. And there's nothing exciting about that. So all up, the loan's going to cost you $729,000. If you go to the options column and you decided, okay, I'll pay this loan fortnightly and I'll divide that monthly repayment by 2 and pay $1,013 a month, you see that your interest comes down to $271,947. You're saving $57,679 in interest, and you're reducing the loan to 25.54 years. You're saving 4.5 years on the loan. That is just by making the same monthly repayment, making it fortnightly. Reason that happens, monthly, 4 times 12, 48 weeks in the year. Fortnightly, 2 times 26. Every year you're making another payment. One extra payment a year saves you $57,600, which is awesome. Turn over to 2. We've got the same loan, 400, 4.5, but now you've increased that fortnightly repayment by $100 a week. You're paying $1,213 a fortnight. You pay an extra $200 a fortnight. 100 a week. Great, right? And look at your savings now. The term of the loan has dropped down to 18.81 years. You're taking 11.19 years off the loan, and now you're saving yourself $137,446. These loans are designed to help you pay the loan off faster. These loans here, your standard variable and your fully packaged loan, help you save money. And if we sat down and did an analysis on your actual circumstances, if I sat down with you, looked at your home loan and said, righto, let's do a mini budget and see where your money's going to and see how much money's left over, and we started putting all your spare cash into the loan, you will be absolutely stunned how fast you'll pay the loan off and how much money you're going to save. And anyone with a home loan is in that position, and anyone with a home loan that hasn't got one that you can use to pay it off faster needs to seriously look at what they've got and come and see me so that I can do a health check on your home loan. It's thousands and thousands of dollars, and in this case, it's $137,000. That's pretty serious money. Yes, Wayne?
Well, do you have to tell the bank you're doing that, or can you just pay it fortnightly?
Well, it depends on what sort of loan you've got. See, these loans here, your fully optioned and your package loans, you're linked up. You've got internet access to them, so you can go in. And while you've got internet access, you can increase your repayments or decrease your repayments. And if you're paying $200 in time, that'll build up. And you'll say, oh, I've got $10,000 in redraw I can get out of the loan. And you can do it over the internet, simply transfer it from there into your bank account. These loans have also got 100% offset accounts attached to them, which work very effectively.
Is there a huge amount of difference between doing fortnightly and then doing weekly again?
52. It's a very slight margin, because 52, you're paying an extra payment a year. Fortnightly, you're paying an extra payment a year. The biggest advantage you get is doing budgets and then working with the spare cash you've got, using it effectively to get rid of your home loan.
We refinanced last year and we pay ours weekly, but we pay about an extra $60 or $70 a week. And it's
helps.
amazing the difference between what we would have paid.
That's right.
Like we've paid $15,000 off the principal.
Yeah.
In
So I can print you out one of these schedules, and then you can see where the lender thinks your schedule balance is and where you actually are. Difference in between is your savings that you can draw back. That's it.